So one thing I can't do before I go up there with these Michelin Pilot Super Sports, there is a forecast about 3 inches of snow. But obviously, if you watch my video, I talked about even during cold weather, a summer tire isn't adequate for cold weather. So I'm going to be switching out the tires. Next thing I'm going to be doing is the washer fluid. I have a summer type fluid in here now. It is good for bugs. It's good for, like I said, summer use. But however, if temperatures drop below freezing, the reservoir is going to freeze. So I need to put in a additive. So what I'm doing here, trying this McKee's anti-frost windshield washer. So this stuff is supposed to be, I read about on Amazon. See, it's got the mixing ratios right there, depending on your temperature of what you're trying to accomplish. I'm just not, I don't know, I did one before, and immediately, as soon as I got to Tahoe, nothing came out, even with the heated washer nozzles, I said the reservoir still freeze. So I'm gonna give this a try, let you guys know my review, what my thoughts are on this fluid in the reservoir. I'm just gonna pour it in. About half of it. Okay, all I'm gonna do now is put my all-weather mats in and get rid of my my carpet mats. Although I always feel like the carpet mats gives the car more of a warmer feel when you're inside, sort of like your house when your house has hardwood floor versus carpet. I feel like carpet is just warm to me, but that could be just me, guys. But obviously these would be easier to clean if there's any salt and residue. You don't want to get that on the carpet. So here's my winter tires. These are the 20-inch wheels. So I just got this off here. All right. And these are the Yokohama BluEarth. Front tire size is a 275. It's a 275 40/20. So get you some of these guys. These really help out with tire changes. And these are directional tires, so I gotta be careful. And I use these lug nuts here. They have a special pattern on them, but I feel like it's more of a deterrent because you need a special key to actually use this. So it has to lock in a certain way as opposed to just getting any 17mm. Look at the meat on this tire. So the rear tire size that I got was 315 35/20. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are in Incline Village. It's just between, I guess, Lake Tahoe and Reno. But I just want to give you guys a quick update of how the X5 did in the snow. Now, I didn't really get any chance to do any really good deep snow, but the problem was there was always somebody in front of me driving probably about 10 to 15 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not saying that you should go fast in the snow, but there's obviously different speed thresholds that I think, you know, depending on the road surface, you could be able to do. I mean, I spent 10 years in Ohio, and I was comfortably able to do about 45 miles an hour in just a dusting of snow. Obviously, once it got tough, you have to do 3 or 4 inches, you got to drop your speed. But aside from that, X5 did great. Didn't see anything that would give me any trouble. I am on a staggered set of winter tires. These are the Yokohama BluEarth V905 is what they are. There was only one instance where it slipped out, and I'm not going to say that was due to the car at all. That could have been due to just my driving, but I had to pass someone. Passing, it was just like a brief 2-lane, it was called 3-lane section of passing, and once I did that, I entered the curve slightly faster than I should have, but I just went ahead and had to just take it and see what happened, and the car went to a brief understeer, then it was transitioned to an oversteer moment, which I just quickly recovered. It wasn't like it was like out of control. Of course, Lexi was in passenger seat. She got scared. But other than that, great. I think there's supposed to be a winter storm coming tomorrow night. I don't think I'm gonna be here for it. We're leaving tomorrow. Like I said, we're at the Hyatt Regency at Incline Village. So they're saying the storm's gonna come in around like 4 or 5 p.m. I would like to test it out in the snow, but also you got to think about too is if there's an accident or something like that, you have the higher risk, and then we're gonna be stuck in traffic and then be stuck in our car, which doesn't do anything good for anybody. But that's all I have to say for now. Alright guys, it is cold outside. X5 has been sitting outside. It was 9 degrees last night, so we're gonna do a cold start. I know it's not the coldest thing I can do right now, but at least you guys can hear, see how, if it sounds any weak or not, how strong it is. Get this on. Let's see. Okay. So that's it. Well, didn't really struggle, just crack it up. All right. So this is it. Tell you what, guys, I'm cold. Alright, so just like that, we're back. Let me see what mile per gallon I was getting back. Alright, so 21 mile per gallon on the way back, 132 miles an hour, almost 2 hour driving time. Average speed to see 70 miles an hour. That was partial. I didn't smash it at all the whole time. I was mostly just cruising along, probably about 75 to 80 miles an hour the whole way. There's one portion when you're coming down I-80 where it's mostly downhill, so I did pick up a lot of mile per gallon coming down there. I think I increased to 24. But I know going up to Tahoe, going up the hill most of the time, my average, which I didn't get it on camera, but my average was probably around 17 to 18 mile per gallon, which was okay, but it wasn't as good as my 50i. Boy, look how dirty this thing is. Just a short trip but when you go through all the salt and the snow, you'll see that's what I'm talking about. It's bad. I'm gonna have to even in here. I'm gonna have to go through a car wash. So my overall impressions of this anti-frost windshield washer fluid, it says it prevents freezing, it's hyper concentrated. I put nearly the full bottle in there. It was probably half diluted. And now I know I'm a typical, I use just regular water, and I use Sonax additive for bug wash. But I still thought this would do something different. I was disappointed because I did have freezing nozzles. Once the car got warmed up, even after driving for 30 minutes, I still didn't have any washer fluid. It was just spitting out like a little bit at a time, which I'm assuming the nozzles were heating up like they should, but what I was not getting was anything coming through the line. Now, what I did was I bought some other washer fluid at the gas station. They were, it was just a 0 degree, whatever, the blue stuff, but it said it was rated a little bit lower. So I diluted that, put that in the washer fluid, it seemed better. But of course, the next morning, I needed to get some residue off from the road salt spraying up on windshield. And sure enough, I have freezing nozzles. So it's been a frustrating thing. I really would like to get the Prestone washer fluid. Unfortunately, I can't get that here. I ordered it on Amazon from different places, even the booster, winter booster, and both times said it could not ship it here to California. So I'm trying to decide, like, okay, what do I do? Do I ship it to someone else outside of California and then bring it back here? But of course, the limits of whatever, I don't know, whatever reason, because of the good stuff you just can't seem to get here. Rain-X, I've heard somebody say Rain-X, and I used that before, not on a BMW, but on an Acura TL I used to have. And with the Rain-X, the problem with the Rain-X is it leaves a residue on the paint. I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but it leaves a residue on the paint. I don't like it. And actually, I heard with some of these German cars, it's not good for the reservoir. So I'm assuming leaving that residue inside of the sensors and things like that. So I don't want to recommend that, and I don't want to use that. But the Prestone, is like a yellow color. That one seems, I've always had good luck with that in Ohio, even when you're talking about below freezing temperature. But just want to get the update.